Hello and welcome back to more Sonic Colors Ultimate, where last time we played through the first half of the Sweet Mountain levels, and today we'll be playing through the second half of the Sweet Mountain levels, including the final boss battle. So let's get started with Sweet Mountain Act 4. And something I didn't actually mention before, that I probably should have mentioned immediately, is the music, which is... So, for context, I think I mentioned this in episode 1, but I'm not as familiar with Sonic Colors as I am with Battle for Bikini Bottom, because the reason I mentioned that is, as a comparison, is because Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated came out last year, and that's a game that I was really looking forward to, because Battle for Bikini Bottom is like a major game from my childhood, in the sense that I played it, it was probably one of my most played games of all time. So, you know, I definitely, I know the ins and outs of that original game. I know the design of the levels like the back of my hand. I know the musical tracks like by heart. I could recite or like hum the exact tunes. I know the melody of those individual tracks by heart at this point. So, you know, because I was so familiar with it, with all the level design and the nuances of the movements. Okay, I think I gotta use this to get myself up here. Or I just blew that colossally. Okay, where do you suppose I do now? There we go, okay. Let me stand on this to lower that down. Thank you very much. Go a little bit further. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming this is going to take me all the way up. Yeah, okay, nicely done there. So, because I knew it so well, I was very thorough in my analysis of Rehydrated, in the sense of, like, I know that game, I know both games inside and out, to the point where I know all the differences and the nuances between the original and the Rehydrated version. So, differences in music, differences in, like, visual fidelity, visual style, differences in character movements, like the nuances of their animations and just how they felt to control. I'm very familiar with all that. Can I break this stuff? No, but I think I can go between them slightly. Yeah, I can, okay. So, that's why I was able to be so thorough in my analysis, and why my upcoming video, but comparing those two games, will be as thorough as I possibly can make it. But with Sonic Colors Ultimate, I've played Sonic Colors, and I remembered having a lot of fun with it, and I still stand by that it's probably one of, if not the best, among the 3D Sonic games. However, I'm not as familiar with it as I am Battle for Bikini Bottom, so, like, when I play through this, I'm not gonna have the knowledge to be able to intricately compare all the different nuances of the levels and the nuances of the soundtrack. I'll still be able to recognize, like, for instance, where I was going with all that was, I recognized that the soundtrack, there we go, okay. That was closer than it probably should have been. But, like, I recognize that the soundtrack is different in that it's not the same track as the original, but it is definitely the same melody. So it just sounds like a re-instrumentized, that's not a word, a re-orchestrated version of the original tune, given a more modern sound, I guess I should say. So, I'll be able to notice, like, obviously Reach for the Stars is one of my favorite songs of all time, so that one I was able to hold up to pretty strong scrutiny. But by and large, I'm not going to have as much familiarity with this game as I have for other games that were remastered throughout my life. Also, I thought there were more cutscenes in this. I mean, again, I don't know much of the... I know one cutscene where there's some dangerous things that happen, for lack of... excuse me, spoilers. But by and large, most of the cutscenes I don't have that much knowledge of, so it'll be I'll probably remember them as I see them. But again, I've only really ever played through this game once, maybe twice, but I know for sure once, because I did that. It's a very strong memory for me of playing this game winter of 2015, which I know sounds like a weird time to play, but that's when I played it. And okay, do I need you to respawn? You want to respawn? Or let me see if I can just do... There we go. Okay, that was close. Oh dear, that worked out nicely. Yeah, so I distinctly remember playing this game in winter 2015, like that December. I played this game a lot, and it was a lot of fun. But I haven't played it much since then, so I remember some of the things. Like, I remember one particular level in one of the later worlds, and I remember the boss battle specifically, and of course some of the musical tracks to some extent, and also Planet Wisp. Planet Wisp I will never forget, for reasons that we will get to when we eventually get to Planet Wisp. But aside from that, it'll kind of be like, I mean, it won't be like playing a new game, because obviously I've played it before, and I kind of recognize some stuff as I see it. But again, it's not like Battle for Bikini Bottom, which is a game that, like, I know like the back of my hand, so it's not like Rehydrated wasn't a totally new thing. It was kind of, I mean, it was, because it was a remake, not a remaster, but it wasn't like I was experiencing a brand new game. It was like I was experiencing a different take on a game that I knew by heart. So that's kind of the difference between me playing this and me playing Rehydrated. Let's not get stuck to services, please. Okay. Keep on moving along. And can I, I'm safe to jump here. Keep on moving. Okay, I have a boost meter. I'll probably just boost through them because that's what I've always loved about Sonic games is the speed, the sense of speed you get from blasting through all of them. Yeah, the levels are pretty short, which I'm pretty sure I knew, because I remember when I played this digitally, I was able to get through the game pretty quickly. With the exception of one or two sections later that might have given me some problems, but aside from that, the levels are pretty short. And of course, there's some boss battles. I think there's only one boss battle that gave me really major problems, but we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. For now, let's just keep on moving through Sweet Mountain and see what awaits us. And yeah, definitely a big fan of the new, because they haven't added much in terms of the actual game itself, but in terms of the more superficial aspects of, like, you know, the customization option, it's like, will it like majorly impact the game's score? Probably not, because it is just cosmetic stuff in that you can customize Sonic's appearance and all that now. But, you know, I think it's a nice touch. Like, for instance, in the Master Chief Collection, the ability to customize your Spartan doesn't really have an adverse effect on the gameplay at all, because, you know, fundamentally the gameplay, Halo's core strategic tactics-based gameplay loop is still just as awesome as it always has been, regardless of whether or not you can customize, regardless of how many new customization options you have for your Spartan across the different games. But that doesn't really matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter, because it's still, it's a cool thing, it's a nice thing to have for people who want to have those extra customization options, and for people who don't, there's a toggle so that they don't have to see any of it. But fundamentally, the core game is still unaffected, which is kind of the same thing I had to say here, which is that, yes, there are more customization options for Sonic, but the core gameplay and level design is still unaffected, so it doesn't really, it can only benefit the game to have that in here, and I have no qualms about it whatsoever, although I am doing pretty poorly in these stages. I feel like I'm just not moving through it as quickly as I could be, because I know, because of the Sonic game, you could probably blitz through these in like under a minute for the most part if you wanted to, but I am not a Sonic speedrunner, so I am not doing that. I am just kind of playing at my own pace and casually making my way through the game as we go. Alright, let's head to Sweet Mountain. And I'm assuming this will be, yeah, this is the boss battle. Alright, let's head to the boss battle.
If I was an alien in need of saving, where would I be? Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows. Experience has also taught me that the best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt.
Visitors are cautioned to avoid feeding, petting, or saving any aliens.
Excuse me, giant killer robot? You want to do this the hard way or the easy way? Somehow I knew you'd say that. Let's dance.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, there is actually one cutscene that I do recall, mainly for meme value. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's the one cutscene that gets referenced in terms of. I feel like if I even just describe it, it'll just be giving it away. It is a cutscene where Sonic says a thing that that YouTubers can relate to, I guess I should say. I think that should give it away, but it's I don't want to spoil it in case you don't know what I'm referring to. I didn't have any rings. I thought I had rings. I did not have any rings. Okay, that's on me. That is on me. I thought I had rings, but it turns out I did not have any rings. All right then. But yeah, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you do know what I'm talking about, then cool, good for you. But if you don't, I do not want to spoil it for you. I will let you discover it for yourself when we get to that point in the game, because it is it's quite. You've probably already heard. Even if you never played Sonic Colors, you probably already heard that name for yourself. So we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. But for now, let's see if we can take care of some of your minions and also not lose rings as easily this time, which we just did right there. Okay, give me a ring, give me a ring, give me a ring. Thank you very much. Ring. Thank you very much. I need more rings. I think we got him. I don't think that's it though. I think he comes back for another round. Yeah, it's not like the first boss battle where he's just down immediately. There's waves here. This one kind of reminds me of what's it? It's the final boss of Sonic Adventure, which I've never played in its original form, but I have played the Sonic Generations version of it, where it's like, there's stages of, it's a running boss mixed with the proper boss battle itself. That's kind of what this one reminds me of, is that style of thing. I don't think there's much more to it other than what we've just seen. It's just, oh, that's a lot of minions. Okay, that is a whole metric ton of minions, Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord Almighty. I know, Tails. I probably should turn off Navigator. I need a ring. I need a ring. I don't have rings. Give me rings. Give me rings. And attack him, please. Okay, attack him. There we go. There we freaking go. Get out of here, you insane amount of minions. I thought it was homing attacking. I guess it used on my homing attack. Okay, rings. Give me rings. Rings. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, that was closer than it probably should have been. Oh, is he dead now? Okay, yeah, now he's dead. Now he's dead. Like I said, I feel like the bosses in this game are kind of either too easy or too hard. There's some bosses later that go on for a really long time, but these ones we'll be able to go through pretty quickly. But it's a fun one to last, so it's fine. But yeah, the high ranks we were on the bosses are kind of undeserved. In fact, I actually think I did pretty poorly for this one, but because you can probably pretty easily earn a higher rank, because that one you can do pretty quickly. It's just because I kept losing my rings, I kept screwing up. That's on me.
Hey, Tails, you missed the BBBE. Huh? Best boss beating ever. So, has Yacker given you any more information, or limericks, or whatever it is he's spouting?
Well, first, remember, this translation stuff isn't 100%.
Trust me, I remember.
So anyway, these aliens are made up of a really powerful energy source called hyper-go-ons. It's inside of them.
Like a battery?
No. Well, sort of. It's their life source. You only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. Funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor. Anyway, it seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair? That's the best thing I've heard all day. I gotta remember that one.
I know, I've already written it down. Anyway, he's draining them of their power, all their power, and using it for an evil aquatic mammal? An evil dolphin? No, a porpoise. Oh, an evil purpose.
That's good intel. Keep working on it.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Baldy McNosehair, of course. I'm totally calling him McNosehair.
Also, I've always upheld that Roger Craig Smith has been the best voice actor that Sonic has ever had. Then again, I don't think that's a particularly controversial thing to say. I think most people are in agreement that Roger Craig Smith is the voice of Sonic, because he has had different voice actors in the past, but I don't think anyone's really prefer them to Roger Craig Smith. If you do, I'd love to know. I'd be very interested to see if you do actually think that there's been a better Sonic voice actor, but I think Roger Craig Smith is just the embodiment of that role. But, yeah, so that's it for now. Next episode, we're going to head to the Starlight Carnival is what it's called. Yep, I remember that correctly. It's called the Starlight Carnival. Actually, I think the top one's Planet Wisp, the blue one on the right is Aquarium Park, and the bottom right one is the Asteroid Coaster, right? Oh, I can't check. I'm pretty sure those are what the names were. And this is the final boss battle down here, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know what the Flying Eggman ship is. I don't remember what that is. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. I'm honestly really impressed with how smooth it's running, like performance and graphics. It's a really, really smooth experience. This is a blast so far. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for next time. Hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Sonic Colors Ultimate. Goodbye.